Over 400 million cans of condensed milk are consumed worldwide each year. From dairy farms to high-tech processing plants, the journey of condensed milk is a fascinating blend of tradition and innovation. Let's take a closer look at the incredible process behind this beloved product. The process dates back to 1856, when American inventor Gail Borden developed a way to preserve milk before refrigeration existed. His invention allowed milk to be canned and stored for at least a year. Condensed milk production begins on dairy farms. The U.S. has around 60,000 dairy farms with over 9 million cows producing milk. Over the past century, milking machines have become essential. These machines use cups that fit over the cow's teats and apply pressure, mimicking the motion of a hand to extract milk. A farmer can milk about 6 cows per hour by hand, but with a machine that number increases to 100. This technology has greatly improved milk production. However, the quality of milk also depends on how well the cows are cared for. Healthier cows live longer and produce more milk. Some farms, like one with 7,500 cows, use advanced technology to improve both cow welfare and milk production. Up to 80 cows can be loaded at a time onto 2 rotating milking platforms, known as milking parlors, where they are milked twice a day. These modern milking systems are 30% more efficient than traditional machines, increasing milk flow and production. Dairy cows are milked at least twice a day for 305 consecutive days before taking a 60-day break to give birth to their next calf. After calving, the cycle repeats. Milk is composed of 87% water and is produced as nutrients from the cow's food enter the bloodstream and reach the mammary glands, where they are converted into milk. The milk is extracted from the udder at a pressure of 32 grams per square centimeter and stored in refrigerated tanks at a safe temperature of 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. At this stage, the milk is raw and may contain harmful bacteria. It is then transferred to a 20,000-liter tanker truck and transported to a dairy facility where it undergoes further processing to meet consumer demand. Processing plants like Nestlé's facility in California operate 24/7, handling over 1.6 million liters of milk daily. Tanker trucks arrive continuously, delivering between 500 and 7,000 liters of fresh milk daily from nearby farms, often milked within the past 6 hours. Despite its freshness, every batch undergoes laboratory testing before acceptance. The fat and salt content must meet strict standards, and the milk must be free of antibiotics, as some people are allergic to them. Once approved, the milk is sent to the City of Tanks, where 12 towering storage tanks hold up to 2.8 million liters, enough to produce 20 million cans of condensed milk. However, the milk still contains too much fat, so it undergoes separation in a high-speed centrifugal machine. This machine processes over 22,000 liters per hour using conical discs, spinning at 7,000 revolutions per minute. The centrifugal force pushes the heavier skimmed milk outward, while the lighter cream moves to the center. The result is a cream with about 20% fat and skimmed milk with less than 10% fat, the base for making condensed milk. Next, the milk is pasteurized to eliminate harmful bacteria, ensuring it is safe for consumption. The pasteurization process begins by cooling the milk to 3 degrees Celsius before sending it to a heat exchanger, which raises its temperature to 72 degrees Celsius. The heated milk then moves through a retention tube, where it stays for 15.5 seconds, meeting the standard pasteurization requirement. Afterward, it is cooled back to 3 degrees Celsius. The entire process takes less than 40 seconds and eliminates 99% of bacteria. Before pasteurization, most milk was consumed raw, leading to rapid spoilage and exposure to harmful microorganisms. After pasteurization, large amounts of sugar are added. Sugar not only enhances sweetness but also acts as a preservative, extending the product's shelf life. The milk sugar mixture is then heated again to fully dissolve the sugar and prevent crystallization, ensuring a smooth texture. Next, the mixture is sent to an evaporator, a machine designed to remove water. This process reduces the milk's water content by about 60%, concentrating its proteins, sugars, and fats, which gives condensed milk its thick consistency and sweet taste. The evaporator uses heat and pressure to remove water without altering the milk's properties. The system consists of tall structures called calandrias, each containing stainless steel tubes through which the milk flows. These tubes are surrounded by a steam chamber, which helps efficiently evaporate water while preserving the milk's quality. The milk enters the top of each calandria and flows downward through small tubes. As it descends, steam surrounding the tubes heats the milk, causing its water content to evaporate. Once the milk reaches the desired concentration, it is extracted from the evaporator. Next, the milk undergoes homogenization, a process that breaks down fat into small, uniform particles to improve texture and stability. Before being packaged, the condensed milk must be poured into sterilized containers to eliminate any microorganisms that could cause contamination. Filling machines precisely measure and dispense the correct amount of condensed milk into each container, ensuring uniformity and minimizing waste. Once filled, the containers are hermetically sealed to prevent contamination and maintain product safety. Finally, the sealed containers undergo an additional sterilization process. They are placed in autoclaves where high-pressure steam destroys any remaining microorganisms. This treatment ensures the condensed milk inside is completely safe for consumption and has a long shelf life. And here we have an inside look at how chocolate bars are made in a factory. The process begins with cocoa beans, which are roasted and ground into a smooth paste. This paste is mixed with ingredients like sugar and milk to create rich, creamy chocolate. The mixture is then poured into molds, shaping the chocolate into familiar bars. Next, some bars are coated with a layer of malted chocolate for extra flavor and texture. They move along a conveyor belt to cool and harden. Robotic arms and machines carefully check each bar to ensure high quality. Once the chocolate is ready, it moves to the packaging stage. Machines wrap each bar in protective packaging to keep it fresh and ready for sale. Finally, the packaged chocolate bars are packed into boxes and sent to stores worldwide. This factory produces thousands of chocolate brownies daily using advanced technology. Robotic arms swiftly move freshly baked brownies along the production line, ensuring precision and efficiency. Automated systems carefully sort and inspect each piece for quality. The packaging process follows seamlessly, with machines wrapping and sealing brownies for freshness. This high-tech operation guarantees consistent, delicious treats, ready to be enjoyed by chocolate lovers everywhere. As we continue exploring how food is made, let's take a look at how mashed potatoes are made in a factory. The process begins with fresh potatoes delivered to the factory. They are thoroughly washed and peeled to remove dirt and skins. Next, the potatoes are cut into smaller pieces and sent to large steam cookers, where they are cooked until soft. Once cooked, the potatoes go through mashers and mixers, where butter, milk, salt, and other seasonings are added. This creates a smooth and creamy texture. Some factories may also use additional ingredients to make instant mashed potatoes, which can be rehydrated with water. After mixing, The mashed potatoes are cooled and packed into containers, pouches, or frozen packs to keep them fresh. Thanks to this process, people can enjoy mashed potatoes quickly and easily at home. As we continue to seek convenient and delicious seafood options, canned shrimp has become a favorite choice for many. Factories use advanced methods to ensure the shrimp stays fresh, safe, and full of flavor. First, fresh shrimp are carefully cleaned, peeled, and cooked. Thanks to modern technology, factories produce thousands of canned shrimp daily, making it easy for people to enjoy seafood anytime, anywhere. Machines sort them by size before they move to the canning stage. The shrimp are placed into cans, and a special liquid, such as brine or sauce, is added to keep them moist and tasty. Next, the cans are sealed tightly to prevent air from getting in. After cooling, each can is checked to ensure it meets quality and safety standards. Finally, the cans are labeled and packed into boxes for distribution. The base of every taco is the tortillas. The process of making it starts with simple ingredients: corn or wheat flour, water, and salt. These are mixed into dough, which is then kneaded until smooth. Machines roll the dough into thin sheets and cut it into perfect circles. Next, the tortillas are cooked on large, hot griddles that quickly bake them on both sides. This gives them their soft texture and delicious taste. After cooking, they are cooled to prevent moisture buildup and keep them fresh. Once cooled, the tortillas are stacked, counted, and packaged by machines to ensure they stay clean and intact. Before leaving the factory, they go through quality checks to make sure they meet food safety standards. Finally, the packaged tortillas are shipped to stores and restaurants, ready to be enjoyed in tacos, burritos, and many other tasty dishes. Who can resist a delicious ice cream bar covered in chocolate? The process of making it begins with the ice cream base. High-quality ingredients like milk, cream, sugar, and flavorings are mixed together in large tanks. Once the base is ready, it's poured into specially shaped molds, usually in the form of bars. These molds then enter a blast freezer where they're quickly frozen to a solid state. Rapid freezing is crucial to prevent ice crystals from forming, keeping the ice cream smooth and creamy. After the ice cream bars have reached a semi-solid state, sticks are inserted into each one. Robotic arms carefully place the sticks at just the right angle, so they're stable for dipping and handling. The bars are then fully frozen, making them ready for the next stage. Now comes the most exciting part, the chocolate coating. Each ice cream bar is dipped into melted chocolate, which is kept at the perfect temperature to achieve a smooth coating. The chocolate quickly hardens as it hits the cold ice cream, creating a crisp shell that locks in the creamy center. Once coated, the bars move down a conveyor to the wrapping station. Each bar is individually wrapped in airtight packaging to keep it fresh. Finally, the bars go through a quality control check, where inspectors ensure each one is perfect in size, shape, and appearance. Only after passing this inspection are the bars packed into boxes for distribution. These machines cut the cheese into uniform slices, ensuring consistency in size and thickness. The slices are then arranged neatly onto conveyor belts and transferred to packaging units. Hygienic, airtight packaging is applied to maintain freshness and extend shelf life. Some factories include additional steps, like labeling or sealing the packs in bulk for shipping. This streamlined process ensures the cheese reaches consumers in perfect condition, ready for use. Donut production in factories is a streamlined process designed to produce large quantities efficiently while maintaining quality. The process begins with the preparation of the dough, which involves mixing precise quantities of flour, sugar, yeast, eggs, and other ingredients in industrial mixers. The dough is kneaded to achieve the desired elasticity and then left to rest and rise, allowing the yeast to activate. Once the dough is ready, it is transferred to a cutting machine, which shapes it into the classic donut rings or other desired forms such as filled donuts. The shaped dough is placed on trays or conveyor belts and allowed to proof in a controlled environment where it rises further to achieve the light, airy texture characteristic of donuts. The proofed donuts are then fried in large industrial fryers, filled with oil maintained at the perfect temperature. The donuts are cooked evenly on both sides, resulting in a golden brown exterior and soft interior. After frying, they are cooled and moved to the decoration stage. Depending on the type of donut, they may be coated with glazes, dipped in chocolate, dusted with powdered sugar, or filled with cream or jelly. Finally, the donuts are packaged for distribution, ready to delight customers. Ready meals are a marvel of modern food manufacturing, offering convenience without compromising on taste. The process begins with the careful selection of high-quality ingredients sourced from trusted suppliers to ensure freshness and safety. Ingredients are then prepped, cooked, and assembled in state-of-the-art kitchens where precision and hygiene are paramount. Advanced machinery handles tasks such as chopping, mixing, and portioning, while trained workers oversee quality control at every stage. Meals are cooked using industrial ovens, steamers, or fryers to replicate home-style cooking. Once cooked, the meals are rapidly chilled or frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. Packaging is another critical step designed to preserve the food's quality and provide easy reheating options. As we continue, let's take a closer look at the process of making canned tuna. It begins with catching and unloading the tuna, often by large fishing vessels. The fish are quickly chilled or frozen to maintain freshness during transport to processing facilities. Once at the facility, the tuna is inspected for quality and cleaned. The fish are then pre-cooked by steaming or baking, which makes it easier to remove the skin, bones, and excess fat. After cooking, the tuna is cooled and cleaned further, with the meat being carefully separated into chunks or flakes, depending on the desired product type. Next, the prepared tuna is packed into sterilized cans, often along with liquids such as water, oil, or brine. The cans are sealed tightly to prevent contamination. They then undergo a sterilization process using high-pressure heat treatment, which kills bacteria and ensures the tuna is shelf-stable for extended periods. Once sterilized, the cans are cooled, labeled, and subjected to quality control checks to verify safety, flavor, and consistency. The finished cans are then packaged and distributed, providing consumers with a convenient protein-rich food option. Next up, let's take a closer look at the process of making French fries. It starts with choosing high-quality potatoes, often starchy varieties like russet or Idaho, ideal for frying due to their low moisture content. The potatoes are washed thoroughly to remove dirt, then peeled and cut into uniform strips. Consistent size ensures even cooking. After cutting, the potato strips are rinsed in cold water to remove excess starch, which helps prevent them from sticking together and enhances their crispiness. Next, the potatoes are blanched by briefly boiling or frying at a lower temperature. This step softens the interior and partially cooks the fries. After blanching, the fries are drained and cooled, often being frozen for storage in commercial production. Freezing also helps develop a better texture during final frying. In large-scale production, quality control checks ensure uniformity in texture, taste, and appearance before packaging for distribution or serving to customers. At the heart of this cookie-making process, this ingenious machine plays a key role in making sure each sandwich cookie is perfectly assembled. The bottom half are lined up, ready to be filled with a special filling machine, evenly distributes a luscious layer of cream. This step happens with high accuracy, ensuring the perfect amount of filling for each one. This machine takes the top cookie and automatically places it onto the cream-covered bottom ones with flawless precision. It works at high speed, assembling thousands of units per minute, and designed to handle the pressure of mass production while maintaining consistency. As the top are carefully placed, the sandwich cookies are completed, each one perfectly aligned and sealed thanks to the precise work of this capper. Once assembled, the cookies are quickly packaged and ready for distribution, ensuring they maintain their freshness and quality from the factory to your favorite grocery store. And now, let's explore the cake production in factory on a large scale. The process begins with ingredient preparation, where bulk supplies of flour, sugar, eggs, and other essentials are carefully measured and mixed using industrial-grade mixers. This ensures the batter achieves the correct texture and consistency. Once mixed, the batter is transferred to automated depositing machines, which portion it into molds or baking trays. These are then moved into industrial ovens, preheated to the specified temperature. Baking is meticulously timed and monitored to ensure even cooking, creating a soft and fluffy texture. After baking, the cakes are cooled on conveyor systems to prevent condensation, which can affect their texture. Once cooled, the cakes move to the decoration stage, where frosting, fillings, and designs are applied. Advanced machinery precisely pipes frosting and spreads icing, while other machines layer cakes with fillings such as cream or jam. For intricate decorations such as patterns or logos, robotic systems or skilled workers apply finishing touches. Edible simple decorations like sprinkles, fruit, or chocolate are added as needed. Finally, the cakes are packaged in protective boxes to maintain freshness and prevent damage, ready for distribution to stores or customers. The process of making KitKat chocolate bars is a meticulous process that combines art, science, and advanced technology. It begins with the careful selection of high-quality ingredients, including cocoa beans, milk, sugar, and flavorings, which are rigorously tested to meet strict quality standards. The cocoa beans are roasted, ground, and mixed with milk and sugar to create a smooth chocolate paste, forming the base of KitKat's iconic taste. In the mixing and molding stage, the chocolate and wafer layers are combined using specialized machinery to achieve the perfect balance and texture. The bars are then shaped, cut, and cooled in temperature-controlled chambers to ensure consistency. After cooling, the bars are wrapped in sustainable packaging designed to preserve freshness. Quality control measures, including visual inspections and advanced tools like X-rays, ensure every KitKat bar meets exacting standards. This dedication to precision and quality has made KitKat a globally beloved chocolate treat. The making of soft biscuit in factory begins in the mixing room, where key ingredients like flour, sugar, butter, milk, and leavening agents are combined to form the biscuit dough. The secret to a soft biscuit lies in the perfect ratio of these ingredients. Industrial mixers ensure the dough is blended evenly, creating a smooth, consistent texture. This step is critical. Too much mixing can result in tough biscuits, while too little won't create the desired softness. Once the dough is ready, it's cut into familiar biscuit shapes. Various molds can be used depending on the type of biscuit being produced. Next, the shaped biscuits are transferred to large conveyor belts that move them through industrial ovens. Baking temperatures and times are carefully controlled to achieve the perfect balance of a soft interior and slightly crisp exterior. The baking process causes the dough to rise and creates the fluffy texture we all love in soft biscuits. After baking, the biscuits need to cool before packaging. Conveyor belts transport them to a cooling area where they are inspected for quality. Finally, the biscuits are wrapped in airtight packaging to maintain their freshness. Whether they're destined for local stores or shipped across the country, the packaging ensures the biscuits stay soft and delicious. Frozen pizza is produced in factories using a highly efficient method that combines advanced technology with stringent quality control to provide tasty, convenient meals. It all begins with preparing the dough, made from a precise blend of flour, water, yeast, and other ingredients. The dough is mixed and left to rise before being rolled into flat sheets and cut into the desired pizza shapes. Next, the pizza bases are partially baked in high-temperature ovens, ensuring a firm crust while maintaining softness inside. After cooling, the partially baked crusts move along conveyor belts to the topping stations. Here, sauce is evenly spread, followed by layers of cheese, meats, and vegetables. Each topping is applied with precision using automated dispensers to guarantee consistency. Fully assembled pizzas are then flash frozen in specialized freezers that rapidly reduce their temperature. This process locks in freshness and preserves the taste and texture of the ingredients. Once frozen, the pizzas are packaged in boxes designed to prevent damage and maintain product quality during transport. Throughout the production, rigorous quality control checks ensure every pizza meets safety and flavor standards. These frozen pizzas are then distributed to stores ready to provide customers with a quick and delicious meal option. Now, let's shift gears to this amazing process of making burger buns in factory. It begins with mixing ingredients such as flour, water, yeast, sugar, and salt in large industrial mixers. Once the dough reaches the perfect consistency, it is portioned into uniform balls using automated equipment. These dough balls are then sent to proofing chambers where controlled temperature and humidity allow them to rise, ensuring a soft and fluffy texture. After proofing, the buns are baked in large ovens at precise temperatures, achieving a golden brown crust and airy interior. Once baked, the buns are cooled on conveyor belts before being sent to the packaging stage. Some may be topped with sesame seeds before baking, while others remain plain. The buns are then packed into hygienic airtight bags to preserve freshness and undergo quality checks before being distributed to restaurants and stores worldwide. Every great jam begins with one key ingredient: fresh and ripe strawberries. But before these berries become a sweet spread, they first need to be carefully harvested. Strawberry plants are typically hand-picked to ensure the berries remain in perfect condition for jam production. Each berry is inspected to ensure only the best are selected, as high-quality fruit is essential for making the finest jam. Once picked, the strawberries are quickly transported to the factory where the process begins. Trucks loaded with strawberries arrive at the factory daily, ensuring a constant supply of fresh fruit. Upon arrival, the strawberries are immediately inspected for quality. Only the best, ripest strawberries make it past this point, as quality control is critical to producing a delicious jam. The first step inside the factory is washing the strawberries. Automated systems use high-pressure water jets to wash the fruit, removing any dirt, pesticides, or other contaminants. After washing, the strawberries pass through a sorting machine. Here, they are graded by size and ripeness. Any berries that don't meet the factory's standards are removed, leaving only the best strawberries to move on to the next step. Next, the strawberries are prepared for cooking. Machines automatically hull the berries, removing the green tops, and then slice them into smaller pieces. This ensures that the strawberries cook evenly during the jam-making process. The prepared fruit is then moved into large vats ready for the next stage. The key ingredients in strawberry jam are, of course, strawberries, sugar, and pectin. In this step, the sliced strawberries are placed into large industrial cookers. Sugar is added in specific amounts to not only sweeten the mixture, but also to act as a natural preservative. Pectin, a naturally occurring thickening agent, is then added. This helps the jam achieve its characteristic texture, allowing it to set properly. The mixture is slowly heated, allowing the strawberries to release their juices and break down. As the fruit cooks, it begins to blend with the sugar and pectin, creating the base of the jam. This stage requires precision. The temperature and cooking time are closely monitored to ensure the jam thickens just right, without burning or losing flavor. While the jam is cooking, regular quality checks are carried out. Factory workers take samples from the vats to test the jam's consistency, sweetness, and flavor. If the jam isn't thick enough, additional pectin may be added to achieve the right texture. Meanwhile, the glass jars that will hold the jam are being prepared. Sterilization is a critical step to ensure that the jam remains fresh for a long time. The jars are heated to high temperatures in large ovens, which kill any bacteria or germs that may be present. This ensures the jam stays uncontaminated and has a longer shelf life. Once the jam reaches the perfect consistency and the jars are sterilized, it's time to fill them. This step is fully automated. The jam is still hot when it's poured into the jars, which helps create a tight seal when the lids are added. The filling machines are extremely precise, ensuring that each jar gets the exact right amount of jam. Immediately after filling, the jars are sealed with metal lids. These lids form a vacuum seal as the jam cools, locking in freshness. Here, each jar receives its label, complete with details like the flavor, brand, and expiration date. Once labeled, the jars are ready for packaging. With the jam packed and sealed, the final step is packaging. The jars are packed into boxes and prepared for shipment. Whether destined for local supermarkets or international markets, these jars of jam are now ready to be distributed and enjoyed by customers around the world. From cacao farms to bustling factories, chocolate manufacturing is a blend of precision and artistry. Each step in this journey, from harvesting cacao beans to creating the final chocolate bar, is guided by both intricate science and a passion for flavor. The process of making chocolate starts in tropical regions where cacao trees produce large, colorful pods. Inside each pod are cacao beans, which are harvested by hand. Farmers open the pods and scoop out the beans, which are then left to ferment for several days. This fermentation is crucial as it brings out the beans' natural flavors, setting the foundation for that signature chocolate taste. The beans are left to ferment in wooden boxes or under banana leaves. During fermentation, natural chemical changes occur, giving the beans a deeper, more complex flavor. After fermentation, the beans are dried under the sun for about a week before being packed and sent to chocolate factories. Once the dried beans reach the factory, the first step is roasting. Roasting helps to develop and enhance the flavor of the chocolate. The beans are roasted at a specific temperature and time, depending on the type of chocolate being made. For dark chocolate, beans may be roasted at a higher temperature, while milk chocolate often requires a gentler roast. During roasting, the shells of the beans become brittle, making it easier to remove them in the next step. The beans release their delicious aroma, filling the factory with the scent of chocolate. After roasting, the beans are cracked open and their outer shells are removed in a process called winnowing. This leaves behind cacao nibs, which are the purest form of chocolate. The nibs are packed with cocoa solids and cocoa butter, both essential for making chocolate. Next, the cacao nibs are ground into a thick paste known as chocolate liquor. Despite the name, chocolate liquor doesn't contain alcohol. It's a pure liquid form of chocolate, rich and intense in flavor. The chocolate liquor then undergoes a process called conching. During conching, the chocolate is continuously mixed and aerated, often for hours or even days, to develop a smooth texture and mellow flavor. Conching breaks down particles, making the chocolate creamier and less gritty. Depending on the type of chocolate, other ingredients like sugar, milk powder, and vanilla are added to the chocolate liquor. For milk, chocolate powdered milk gives it a creamy taste, while white chocolate contains no cocoa solids, only cocoa butter, sugar, and milk powder. These ingredients are carefully measured and mixed in, ensuring that every batch has the perfect balance of sweetness and texture. Once the chocolate is blended, it goes through a process called tempering. Tempering involves cooling and reheating the chocolate at specific temperatures to align the cocoa butter crystals. This step is essential for giving chocolate that shiny finish and satisfying snap. Tempering also ensures that the chocolate will have a smooth texture and won't easily melt when handled. After tempering, the liquid chocolate is poured into molds to give it shape, whether it's a bar, truffle, or unique shape. The molds then go through a cooling tunnel where the chocolate solidifies, setting the shape and giving it that glossy appearance we all recognize. Once cooled, the chocolate is ready for packaging. Automated machines wrap each piece with precision, protecting it and ensuring freshness. Packaging is not just for preservation, it's a part of the brand experience, giving each chocolate product its unique look. Next up, let's explore the process of making cheese. It all begins with the arrival of fresh milk. Upon reaching the factory, the milk undergoes a series of tests, chemical, microbiological, and sensory, to ensure it meets quality standards. Once it passes, it's stored in insulated tanks with strict temperature control to maintain freshness. When it's time to begin cheese production, the milk is sent for pasteurization. This step removes any harmful bacteria. Then, specialized ingredients are added, including live lactic cultures, Penicillium roquefort, and rennet, which help start the cheese-making process. Next, the milk mixture is poured into stainless steel molds where it begins to take shape as cheese. The cheese is left to rest in these molds for 24 hours. After this initial resting period, the cheese undergoes its first salting, which enhances the flavor and aids in preservation. The cheese is then transferred to a special chamber, kept at around 21 degrees Celsius, where it will rest and age. After another 24 hours, a second salting occurs, which further enhances the cheese's unique flavor profile. Depending on the type of cheese, it can remain here for anywhere between 2 to 7 days. For Gorgonzola, the cheese needs to develop its distinctive blue veins. It's transferred to a cooler chamber at 3 to 5 degrees Celsius, where it's pierced with steel needles. This allows air inside, which helps the Penicillium roqueforti culture grow and form the signature blue mold. The cheese now undergoes a final ripening stage, lasting between 50 and 80 days. Once it reaches optimal maturity, it's ready for cutting and packaging. Using advanced technology like Celox systems, the factory can make up to 130 precise cuts per minute, ensuring consistency in each piece. The production journey of almonds begins at the tree, where each stage plays a vital role in the nut's development. The harvesting process is initiated by evaluating the almond's maturity to ensure they are collected at the perfect moment for optimal flavor and nutritional value. Modern machinery, like the tree shaker, clamps onto the trunk or branches and gently vibrates the tree, causing the almonds to fall onto the orchard floor. Once collected, the almonds begin their transformation through several key processing stages. First, They are thoroughly cleaned to remove any dirt, leaves, or debris from harvesting. The next step is dehulling, where the outer hull is carefully removed, exposing the shell that encases the almond kernel. Following this, the almond shells are cracked open to extract the kernels, a delicate process that avoids damaging the nuts. Afterward, the almonds undergo an advanced sorting process to eliminate those with significant damage or defects. Once sorted, the almonds are packaged and sent to stores. Some almonds, depending on market needs, undergo further processing to enhance their flavor, texture, or nutritional value, ensuring they meet diverse consumer preferences. This meticulous journey from tree to final product highlights the care and precision involved in producing almonds for various uses in both raw and processed forms.